two people met and caused a world war. The topic started with the first person, a 19-year-old Bosnian named Gavrilo Princip, and he believed that the Austrians were the enemies of his country. And in 1914, he was in Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. And within the Serbian army, there were members of an organization called the Black Hand, and this young man joined them, because this organization also hated the Austrians. The Black Hand chose the target they wanted to assassinate. The target was the Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and this Archduke is the second person who caused a world war. This Archduke was the heir apparent to the throne of the Emperor of Austria and Hungary, and he is the legal heir to the Habsburg family, which is the ruling family of this empire. Now the topic begins on June 28, 1914, the day the Archduke and Gavrilo Princip met. The Archduke wanted to visit Bosnia with his wife on this day, and the Black Hand decided to assassinate him during his visit by assigning 6 people coming from Belgrade to Bosnia to assassinate him. The 6 people were stationed along the path of the Archduke's march. The Archduke decided to walk the procession in his convertible car. The car passed in front of one of the 6 people assigned to assassinate him. This man was Gavrilo Princip. So he threw a hand grenade at the Archduke's car, and people started screaming because of the grenade before it exploded. The grenade reached the Archduke's car and fell on the ground, exploding on people. The Archduke was not harmed. The Archduke reached his destination, which he was going to before the assassination attempt. After that, the Archduke went to check on the injured people in the hospital because he was kind. Meanwhile, Gavrilo Princip went to eat, depressed after failing in the attempt of the assassination, and in a coincidence that only happens once in a lifetime. The driver of the Archduke's car got lost on the road and turned to a street, the same street where Gavrilo Princip was eating. Gavrilo Princip saw the Archduke passing by, took out his pistol and killed the Archduke and his wife. Austria took what happened as a declaration of war, so Austria sent a letter with their demands to the Serbian government. These demands, if implemented by Serbia, will consider Serbia as a state under the rule of the Empire of Austria. Austria's desire was for Serbia to reject these demands in order to declare war on Serbia. When the letter reached the Serbians, they refused to implement Austria's demands. They were sure of Russia's support because they were allies, and Russia was not going to let Serbia down in any way. At the same time, Germany was an ally of Austria. Austria declares war on Serbia, and Russia moves its soldiers to the borders. Then Germany declares war on Russia on August 1st in support of Austria, and declares war on France on August 3 because it was an ally of Russia. And the German Chief of Staff, Schlieffen, decided to put a plan called Schlieffen Plan. The plan was that the German army would occupy France through Belgium, and within days it would be able to reach Paris easily. But Schlieffen's plan did not succeed because Belgium defended desperately and the French army deceived the German army. And instead of entering Paris, the German army stopped at the French borders and dug trenches, and the French army also dug trenches in front of the German army. England was watching Germany occupying Belgium on the 4th of August, and on this day the English government takes a decision to declare war on Germany in support of Belgium and France. Japan intervened in the war because it was an ally of England. Canada and Australia will participate in the war because they were under the rule of King of Britain, King George. And the Ottoman Empire will participate in the war, and America entered the war in April 1917, a year before the end of the war. America's entry was decisive and influential in determining the victorious side of this war, and influential in America's position in the world after that. And it continues in the world until now. In the end, the victors of the war are the Allies consisting of the United Kingdom, France, the United States, Japan and Italy. They defeated the Central Powers consisting of the German Empire, Austria, Hungary and the Ottoman Empire.